Ladies and gentlemen, please be reminded to switch your mobile devices to silent mode as the parade is about to commence. Thank you.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seletar Camp, 35th Battalion Singapore Combat Engineers. Thank you for taking your time off to witness the milestone parade of our bridging engineers. I'm 3rd Sergeant Gerald and I'll be your MC for this parade. Today marks another important chapter for our national servicemen as they transit from full-time national servicemen to operationally ready national servicemen. The milestone parade is held to bid farewell and to thank the servicemen's contribution during their tour of duty.
Bus! Seri! Ya! Bus! Ke kiri dan kanan! Boom! Sing! Bus! Dari kiri dan kanan! Cepat jalan! Bus! Ke kanan lu! Terus!
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade sergeant major for this parade is 2nd Sergeant Su Ray Simeon, Assistant Platoon Sergeant, Boat Company, 35th Battalion Singapore Combat Engineers. The contingent commander for this parade is 2nd Lieutenant Lee Tern Long, Deputy Operations Officer, 35th Battalion Singapore Combat Engineers.
Bus! Senang deh! Pergi!
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade commander for this parade is 2nd Lieutenant Edwin Ho, Platoon Commander, Boat Company, 35th Battalion Singapore Combat Engineers. In the fulfilling and memorable journey during their national service, our servicemen have bonded and forged friendships that will certainly last a lifetime. The tough trainings, long nights, and challenging missions where they were pushed to their limits will remain unforgettable. Brothers in arms, ready at beck and call, our combat engineers are a force to be reckoned with. Ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of Commanding Officer, 35th Battalion Singapore Combat Engineers, Major Katrina Pang, accompanied by Regimental Sergeant Major, 2nd Warrant Officer Ronnie Lim. Please rise.
Bus! Seri! Ya! Bus! Hormat, Komander! Hormat! Senja! Tak! Rusuk, Senja, Tak.
Please be seated.
Yes, Senangde. Read.
Ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of Commander, Army Combat Engineer Group, Lieutenant Colonel Chen Zhenhao, accompanied by Brigade Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer Jason Wong. Please rise.
Bus, steady. Yeah. Bus, hormat Commander. Hormat, Senja, Tak. Bus, Rusuk, Senja, Tak.
Please be seated.
Good morning, ma'am. Parade is formed up and ready for inspection, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major Katrina Pang will now inspect the parade. Ma'am, please.
Permission to carry on with the parade, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bus, Senangde. Read.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major Katrina Pang will now present the Commanding Officer coin to the servicemen who served with distinction during their tour of national service.
Baris. Samula. Pemenang hadiah. Ambil tempat.
Remember the interlude is very, very soft. Very, very soft. Okay, come.
In no order of merit, Corporal First Class Vishwanath Raja G, who served as a boat coxswain in Boat Company. Third Sergeant Daryl Chua Peng Nan, who served as the Assistant Platoon Sergeant in Boat Company. Second Sergeant Sue Ray Simeon, who served as the Assistant Platoon Sergeant in Boat Company. Thank you, ma'am.
Wait. Only when the SM in place, fade out the music. Okay, fade out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major Katrina Pang will now deliver her address. Ma'am, please.
Good morning to families and friends of our proud servicemen on parade today. Thank you for tuning in and joining us for this momentous occasion where we celebrate the completion of their 2 years of full-time national service. You have been there for the men before their enlistment, supported them during their service, and now you get to see them towards the end. A bit stronger, a bit more handsome, standing a bit taller and prouder than when they first started. Thank you for supporting them from home and for trusting us to take care of them. I hope you feel proud of them today. I also wish to take this opportunity to thank the 35 SCE Command Team for all of your collective effort over these years to ensure safe and excellent training. Looking at the Boya Square, I am sure we all feel it was worth the blood, sweat, and tears to see our men looking so good today. Thank you also to Alpha Company for putting this milestone parade together. For our Boyas on parade today, this parade marks the end of your 2 years of full-time national service. I'm sure these 2 years have been exciting. I will take some time to bring us through some of the memorable events. In the area of operations, our unit was activated for Operation Swift Response in early 2020, where we were mobilized at short notice to conduct thermal screening of inbound passengers at Changi Airport. This was the first line of defense against the infiltration of COVID-19 into Singapore. Our servicemen, many of whom are standing in the parade today, served at the front line during the Chinese New Year period. This year, our unit was activated once again to support MOH in contact tracing operations. Both companies supported this, and their efforts contributed to the reduction of unlinked cases and effective management of potential COVID clusters. Some have even participated in the Changi Airport Ops too. What I felt most encouraged by was how you rose up to the occasion when needed of you. You pulled long shifts, you faced an angry and unreasonable public with patience and kindness. You pressed on after waiting for a long day and suddenly receiving a large inflow of tasks towards the end of your shift, working overtime without complaint, all to fulfill the mission of contact tracing. I believe this sense of duty exists in all of our 35 SCE Boyas, and I am thankful that we have played a part to nurture this. In the area of training, 35 SCE was involved in a series of outfield training last year, culminating in 2 major exercises in November 2020 and March 2021. Battalion HQ and Bravo Company underwent their evaluation while interfacing the larger army in these 2 exercises. Both companies displayed your professionalism with the infantry as you projected their forces and also provided water safety for the exercise. The support from Support Company was indispensable as always, and you enabled the battalion to deliver on its mission for the army. You got us where we needed to go, safely and timely. You connected us so that we could still be aligned to the mission over a large space and with several moving parts. Even Plant Platoon, despite the training circumstances, you were key to our force preparations. You took care of our battalion's largest group of dual vocationalists on a daily basis and helped get our vehicles ready so that we could even move out as a battalion. The compliments from everyone, from senior commanders to NS men who had renewed confidence in the army after experiencing Bravo Company's M3 RAFs for the first time, to our infantry friends who were supported by Boat Company, make me proud that we do the work that the army cannot do without. And while everyone was focused on exercises, Alpha was quietly grooming and strengthening the new intake of pioneers for 35 SCE. How they are today is due to your meticulous care during their early days in the battalion. Everyone's hard work and dedication in training, admin, ops, and safety has not gone unnoticed. Our unit was awarded the Best Combat Support Unit and Best Combat Engineer Unit based on our performance in 2020. For the first time in 8 years, looking at the proud heritage we are part of, like the one right behind you on the Boya Square, I am glad that you get to be part of our collective journey towards reclaiming this title. Our unit's achievements would not have been possible without all of you. I will now take this opportunity to share about a few servicemen from this batch who have inspired us in the everyday. Second Sergeant Simeon Su served as an assistant platoon sergeant in boat company. He was diligent, independent, and reliable. As a commander, he knew when to be strict on safety standards and when to exercise a softer approach of care to motivate his soldiers during physically intense boat operations. Simeon played a pivotal role in the safe execution of boat support for the other maneuver units in the Army. His approachable nature made him well liked among his peers and men. Third Sergeant Darrell Chua was an empathetic boat commander whose care for his soldiers was evident from the way he was often seen engaging his section, working out with them, and having meals together during his free time. Darrell never failed to lead by example in boat's day-to-day activities, such as assisting in equipment maintenance and force preparation for high readiness standby duties. He knew his boat BRI well, and the store was known to be extremely well run under his charge. He was well respected as an exemplary commander and soldier. Corporal First Class Viswanath served as a boat coxswain who always ensured that he discharged his duties with professionalism. Despite having a medical status for a prolonged period of time, he continued to improve on his personal physical fitness daily. He would go for his own night runs, and his enthusiasm was infectious among his peers who would join him on these impromptu runs. His efforts ultimately paid off in his achievement of the Gold Award for his IPPT. He showed us how every soldier can indeed be a leader. Thank you all for your service. These 2 years, you've experienced the journey of growth from boys to men. I hope that as you stand here today, you do feel that you have grown ever since the start of your enlistment. These 2 years, I believe you have learned a bit of what it is like to really serve. When we do well, it looks magical and effortless, but many people do not see the hard work that goes on behind. Most of the time, the work is thankless, and you don't always get recognized or rewarded. That is service, but we do it for something bigger than ourselves. And as you transit to become operationally ready NS men, the real adulting begins, and you will wear even more hats in life, as husbands, fathers, bosses, and colleagues. I hope that henceforth, after having learned what it is like to serve, you will choose to serve and choose to love. Think about the things that make Singapore a home. You may look around the world and think that the grass is greener on the other side. Actually, it is greener where you choose to water it. Together, we give strength to Singapore. Singapore's defense and the courage and conviction of our people are in your hands. It has been my privilege to serve with you as your commanding officer. For the final time together, power!
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, Major Katrina Pang will now lead the parade in the recitation of the SAF pledge, followed by the singing of our national anthem.
Bas Sare! Ya! Bas Kale! Sanja! Ta! Bas Tat! Sate! Ya!
We, members of the Singapore Armed Forces, do solemnly and sincerely pledge that we will always bear true faith and allegiance to the President and the Republic of Singapore. We will always support and defend the Constitution. We will preserve and protect the honor and independence of our country. With our lives.
Baris Sare! Ya! Baris Kale! Sanja! Ta!
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Permission to march off the parade, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Commanding Officer, 35th Battalion, Singapore Combat Engineers, Major Katrina Pang will now witness the slow march.
Bus akan berjalan keluar dalam masa perlahan. Dari depan, perlahan jalan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the parade. We sincerely thank you for being a part of this memorable event.